Mag again now with another breakdown. Now we go talk about the so-called Afghanistan chaos. We go get into it and break it down because I'm going to show you some things that you see right here just a hoax for TV. 100% in and a lot of people sleep. But take a look at the plane right there, people. That's 9/11 in flip. Right there. What you think it is, people? It is a PSYOP. 100%. And remember what caused the so-called U.S. troops to be in Afghanistan in the first place. The same 9/11 right there that you see, the so-called Air Force One. We go get into this and break it down and show you the fucking fake. We make it run.
Hey Becky, well, there are scenes of panic and pandemonium at Kabul airport today as desperate people pour onto the runway trying to flee the country.
You hear that? So these people trying to flee the country, Afghanistan, because of what? The Taliban so-called takeover, and they're scared of the Taliban. What a dumb shit, people. Why you believe in that shit? So America is so good. Yes, the troops was there. Everybody is all right. Nobody fighting anymore. And as soon as they turn their back, bam, all of this chaos happened. And why did they do it right now in the pandemic? It's all by design.
Only be described as a chaotic exodus. Now, people are literally clinging on to U.S. military aircrafts as they try to take off.
Are you kidding me, people? So what would the purpose of them holding on to the plane? What do you mean they're going to hold on to it and let it fly to America with them hanging on it like that? That's a damn joke, people. Wake your ass up.
Is in charge of the airport there, but their focus is on the...
Take a look at this right here. Take a look at this right here, people.
In charge of the airport there, but their focus is on the evacuation of American personnel. As far as commercial flights...
Look at this shit right here, people. Somebody hang on right there. What is they doing, people? There's a hoax, a show for TV right here in Afghanistan. And I told you, it's easy for them to run PSYOPs with these countries. No media shit come to there unless they give it to you. That's what you need to understand.
It's a disorderly mess with little
security. There you
security.
go. Wave into the camera, people. Are you kidding me? Is this a show? Wow. You gotta be joking. Take a look right here, people.
Commercial flights go.
Look at this. They wave into the camera. Look at this guy right here, people. Pay attention.
It's a disorderly mess with
Wow, there you go right there. You see it? Wow. This is a joke. What is it good for? They're trying to get out. They're desperate to trying to get out of Afghanistan because they don't want to get killed by the Taliban. And this guy laughing and waving. Get the fuck out of here. It's bullshit.
Security and the commercial flights are currently not running. We know that as of last night, the U.S. military had flown around 500 embassies.
Go back.
We know that as of last night,
Go back,
the U.S.
people.
military had flown...
Hold on, people. Take a look at this guy right here in the blue and in the glasses. That's one of them from Afghanistan. It's bullshit, people. Pay attention to that guy.
Around 500 embassy personnel.
Wow, go back. You see him right there? See him right there in the blue shirt and the glasses? That's a white man right there. What is he doing in Afghanistan running beside this Air Force One plane with these so-called people? It's bullshit.
Around 500 embassy personnel out of the country on military aircraft. They're working up to a capacity
See them waving?
of several thousand
Look at
out
it,
per day.
people.
They won't have that capability for a few days to come. As for the Afghans that have worked in various roles for the US, it's going to be a much tougher journey to get out of the country.
You hear that, people? So why they didn't get those people out before the US so-called troop exited? Why did they do this? It is bullshit, people. They're so good. They hold down the fort, and as soon as they turn their back, the whole place turns into chaos. It is bullshit. They tell you even China sending troops to Afghanistan. UK sending troops to Afghanistan. For what? It is bullshit. A whole bunch of fucking entertainment coming from the nose.
I mentioned commercial flights are problematic. Thousands of Afghans are stranded at the airport with their suitcases and whatever other belongings they could muster together.
Did you see anybody with no suitcase when they're running beside the plane? It is trash.
And just getting to the airport, Becky, from far-flung locations in Afghanistan means having to run a very dangerous gauntlet that could cost them their lives. There are also reports that NBC News can't confirm that 5 people have been killed at the airport. It's unclear under what circumstances. Could have been gunfire. It could have been a stampede, but it's so chaotic there. The details are only dripping out as the day unfolds.
And none of these so-called reporters is not there. They're faking the dumb masses. All of them is still in the studio. You see him show you that city behind him, so-called. You think he there? Dumb on.
Ali, we have watched that video of the Afghan citizens kind of surrounding the military transport plane and trying to grasp onto the sides of them. We've watched that again and again this morning. And I just wonder what happened. Do you know what the end result was?
It's bullshit.
The plane can't take off like this. Did they pull it aside?
No, one of the planes actually took off, and there was also some very disturbing video that's emerged of people falling out of the wheel hub of the airplane after it had taken off. But
it's not real, people. It is a hoax. Nobody's that dumb. They're so desperate to get away, and you see them waving to the camera. It's not real, people.
Most of the planes
Look
were
at
grounded
that shit
because
right there.
they simply couldn't take off because
It's
there was
bullshit.
a stampede.
How did all these people get on the fucking runway, people? How did they get on the tarmac? Does that make sense? Get out of here. This is psyop they give the masses. All the people in America and around the world, they get this feed to them right here. They're gonna believe it, but it's not real. You can't believe nothing that come from these places. No real news come from there. You hear me?
People on the runway, literally, as the video showed, clinging onto the plane. So a lot of them had to be grounded, and then the U.S. Army then had to form a perimeter around
Wow, so the U.S. Army is still there. Wow.
runway to stop people coming,
Look at this shit,
pouring
people.
onto the runway.
Look, one of these people that have a suitcase, none of them. So these people, they say pack and ready to leave. Where is the luggage that they're carrying? They're just gonna hop on the plane and catch a ride to America? You're dumb if you believe this. They're just running beside the plane, and don't worry about it. This is a CGI footage right there with the US plane. It's
They had to
bullshit.
fire warning shots in the air to disperse people. So it's a real mess there.
Look at them
and you can
people.
see that the Afghan people, who are obviously not supporters of the Taliban, are
Yes,
desperate
bullshit.
to find a way out of that country.
Wow, they're
even
desperate to find a way out of the country. Don't believe them, people. It is a big old hoax. Bam.
Right to Afghanistan this morning, where the
Pay
Taliban
attention.
is now officially in control.
And look what they call Taliban, people. Pay attention. Pay
Now
attention.
officially
Some little man with guns. Remember, gun is legal in most America. Me tell you that right now. Nobody's scared of no fucking gun. What's going on right here? This is the ruthless people that take over the country. You better wake your ass up. This is dumb shit for the people who got no sense.
control. Armed extremists took over the president's palace after
There
he
you
fled
go.
the country.
Take over the president palace like they show you in America with the so-called July 6th. You remember that shit? Right there. It's the same fucking shit they're showing you right here. Say it happened in Afghanistan. You see it? Same fucking shit.
And now there's a massive
you
effort to
go.
evacuate Americans living there as
Look
thousands
at
race.
these footage that they're showing you, people. Don't believe in them. These foggy footage is not real. They make them up to convince the masses that chaos is over there in Afghanistan. 100% bullshit.
To the airport, desperate to get out.
Desperate
ABC
to
News has
get
also
out.
learned that President Biden will address
Yes,
the
and
nation
there
this
go the sodomite they call Biden. And this is what they're showing the masses, that he watching it on TV. It is a hoax, people. Wake your ass up.
afternoon as the situation in Afghanistan
What
deteriorates.
situation?
Biden is set to speak around 3:45 p.m. Eastern, and we will
345, 3 9s. Right there, coding, people. Flip that for your 3 6s. They're playing with the dumb people.
bring that to you live when it happens. But right now, we want to go to ABC News senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell in Kabul,
Of course he
Afghanistan,
there.
tracking the latest.
All that chaos there, people, and of course he down there tracking the ladies. You believe it? The peoples that from there running to get out, clinging to airplane and everything, willing to die to get out. And of course they have ABC have some kind of reporter right there to bring you the ladies. You believe it? Dumb the fuck
Tie
on.
in.
Hi, Diane.
There you go.
There are
And of course he's showing you that city behind him, because you're gonna believe that he actually there. You believe that? Where did he standing, people? Where he's standing so the city could look like that behind him. Where he stand? Move.
two Kabuls
Move.
today. There's one where life is kind of returning to some semblance of normality, but it's a new Afghanistan. It's Afghanistan under
Look
the
at
Taliban.
this right here, people. This is what they're showing, and guess what? The fucker pose right there for the fucking camera shot. You're not getting it, people, or what? The same ABC reporters you see there go interview the same Taliban, the killers. Afghanistan people scared of them so much they would jump on a plane and jump on the wheel, on the plane wheel, people, to get out. And these motherfuckers down there taking their pictures like they're some kind of superstar. It is a hoax, 100%. Post up right there with the gun, because when they show Americans this shit, they're gonna believe that real terrorists right here. Bullshit on.
Their fighters are on street corners. We've seen them patrolling around the cities.
What is he just sitting there doing? People look like he wandering and dazing off. It is a hoax.
Fully armed, their white flag flying.
Wow, there you go. They're checking a car, people, with no license plate on it. It is bullshit, but they're checking a car. It's the same bullshit they're showing the masses every time. It's a hoax.
With Kalashnikovs guarding the entrances to buildings, key junctures,
yes, and I guess this is a bomb he got in his hand right there, a detonator. It's nothing but trash.
Around the city. What I also noticed driving around the city is we didn't see one single woman out of their home.
Wow.
Effectively half
and what
of the
that got to do with nothing? It's all bullshit, people. Programming for the people with no brain.
Is now behind closed doors, afraid to go out because
bullshit.
of what Taliban rule is going
Bullshit.
to mean.
There you go, people. These are the ones they're scared of, so-called Taliban. You see, you're scared of them? The people just stupid. I told you. They create this boogeyman network for the masses to be scared of. Are you dumb? You believe that these people are really bad? You believe they're about this killing and all this shit? No. They're scarier than you in real life. That's what you need to know.
The Taliban leadership has said that they will assure and guarantee women's rights.
Nothing but bullshit.
The women of
guarantee
Afghanistan
women
just
rights.
don't believe that, certainly for now. There is that climate of fear here. The other Afghanistan is the one that we've seen down at the airport. Just tragic, heartbreaking scenes of chaos.
Not one of them have a bag. Not one of them. Where they going? You say they're ready to leave the country. Where's their bag? It is bullshit, people. Wake your ass up.
People who fear for their lives, that if they're caught by the Taliban, they will be killed. And we've seen the Taliban do
Why?
this.
They've been there with the Taliban all this time. Why all of a sudden the Taliban gonna kill them? It is bullshit.
In other parts of the country, desperate to get to the airport. Now, despite the deployments of thousands of troops...
You ever see people get to the airport without a fucking ticket? What kind of dumb shit is that? You don't buy a ticket. Nobody sell you no ticket. Why would you go to the airport? It is dumb shit. But I tell you, they tell you it's another country, so you're just gonna buy it. It is garbage. Same way like it sound. It is bullshit. And watch this right here. All these troops, they say they send there and all that shit still happening. It is trash for the people.
Not just from the United States, but from other NATO countries.
There you go.
They
Just
seem
a show.
unable to secure the perimeter, to have
Just
an
a show.
orderly exit of staff, diplomatic staff, but also foreigners who've worked for NATO countries who they promised visas, promised an exit strategy. We've seen them rush onto the runway.
So why the fuck they didn't exit long time before the troops exit? That don't make no sense.
We've seen them trying to cling onto airplanes, running in front of airplanes as they're taxiing, trying to get off the runway.
Yes, and
That's what
there.
it means for a lot of these people left behind. So there's a lot of fear, a lot of chaos, and a lot of doubt. We're waiting for the senior Taliban leadership
Take a
to
look at this
probably
right here, people. They're holding phones and everything. This is a damn joke. It's just a joke, people. You're scared of these people, you're just dumb.
Away from Doha, Qatar, where they've been based for years
them. They
now,
just look
to
stupid to
Kabul,
me.
and then we'll see what statements are made, what kind of security guarantees,
There you
what kind
go.
of promises are really going to be made and honoured to the women of the country. I
Take
think
a
to a
look at
certain
this.
extent, they were
But
slightly...
honor to the woman of the country. It is garbage, people. 100%. These are some clowns right here. Some showman. Tie up their head with these black cloths, holding these fucking fake guns. Show it to the Americans and the rest of the world, and then bam, yes, terror network, move
caught
with this
out
trash.
by the speed of their advance. They're now bringing in hundreds more fighters from other parts of the country to try and at least provide some semblance.
And what the fuck would you be doing in a army suit right there, one of them fatigue? Why would you be in a fatigue like the so-called Osama bin Laden? Hate the West and everything, but you have on one of their clothing. It is bullshit for the masses.
Of security, but how this country has changed, how this city has changed in just the space of 24, 48 hours, it's hard to describe. And for the majority of Afghans, the future, for the moment, looks very, very bleak.
Of course,
Diane?
All right, ABC News senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell in Kabul, Afghanistan. Thanks, Ian. And let's go to ABC News senior Pentagon reporter Louis Martinez for more on this. Louis, U.S. troops at the Kabul airport have actually returned fire in at least 2 incidents that we know of so far. What can you tell us about the security situation there?
The security situation, Diane, at the airport is pretty dire. You've seen the videos of the crush of Afghan civilians who have arrived.
About crush people, it is fakery. We don't see no videos. The videos is bullshit. We're not buying that shit. You hear me?
They're in the tarmac, headed over to the civilian part of the airport. We are aware of these reports, and so are military officials. They cannot provide as many details as to what...
The same fucking footage they keep rewinding and showing you again. Have it in your mind right now every time you see it like you're seeing something. It's the same garbage. It is trash.
Exactly happened, whether there was an exchange of fire or not. ABC's Martha Raddatz.
See somebody directing them right there. Why would you direct them to the airport? This don't make no sense. They have ticket to leave. Wow, this is bullshit.
Reporting that there was some kind of a situation there where some armed men approached, and in self-defense, those U.S. military personnel responded. We're not sure exactly whether these were people who were approaching with bad intent.
What is this you're showing the people? These are old cars. Yes, abandoned old cars, and they pile them up right here to show you that people pile up right there, leave their car to run in the airport. It is trash.
If this was just a miscommunication, but obviously a very tense situation there, as you have almost two.
There you go, people.
Miscommunication, but obviously a very
these are all old cars. They got them from the junkyard. They use them to run psyops.
There, as you have.
There you go. Another one right there. Junkyard cars right there. They can't fool everybody.
1,000 soldiers at the airbase at the airport in Kabul, trying to maintain security as these flights try to get out.
So the Taliban says that everything is peaceful and that's their goal here. Are they allowing civilians to go to the airport and leave?
That's another issue that's unclear. We had some early indications that from the Taliban that they wanted to restore.
They always be getting information from the Taliban, the same killers, the same boogeyman. They sit there interviewing them. They don't want to kill you. They just want to kill their own people. What a dumb shit.
Order in the city now. Does that mean that they're going to allow foreigners who have been living in Kabul to head to the airport? It seems like that is going to be the case.
What they're doing? All people with phones.
We're getting some conflicting information as to whether that will apply to Afghans, particularly these Afghan civilians who worked for the United States as interpreters or providing support over the last 2 decades. We know that there are tens of thousands of them who have applied for these visas. The United States has said in statements as recently as last night that they intend to get them out, but it remains unclear whether the Taliban, whether they will allow that to take place, because they control.
The Taliban is that powerful. You don't know if they're gonna allow them to get out. Move. Look at this shit.
These are the scenes pouring in from Afghanistan on its first day after the Taliban took the capital Kabul.
Pay attention.
Fall of the Afghan government, the ongoing chaos at its airport, the new reality that's set in. There's a constant stream of helicopters over the city, and at the airport, at least 5 people have been killed in the turmoil.
Yeah, so they confirm it that the 5 people did actually die. Okay, all right.
Immediately clear how they died, whether by stampede or gunfire or something
else. Yes, so all you're gonna know that 5 people died and you don't even know what killed them. Did you see the bodies? Wow, this is bullshit right here.
Although at least 2 gunmen have been killed there by U.S. forces in separate incidents, according to a U.S. official.
All bullshit.
Who says the gunmen had fired into the crowd.
Wow. All fake gunshots, people. 100% in.
U.S. forces in separate incidents, according to a U.S. official, who says the gunmen had fired into the crowd.
Wow.
Afghans,
that's fake shit.
Residents and those fearing reprisals from the Taliban.
Go back.
Residents and those fearing...
Watch this guy right here. Pay attention. Pay attention to this guy right here. Oh my goodness, people, they all laughing. And I tell you, man, let me tell you how the news work for a little bit. You know what they do? They go to these countries and they have all these people lined up. Sometimes they be going to a little thing. Sometimes they have a little event going on. Sometimes they have a little rituals going on, and they go there and film it and tell you it's a chaos going on. I already told you that's how they do it. That's a white man again. Right there. It's another white man dressed up. Where is he going, people? This is a joke right here, just to make numbers, to let the people believe the whole thing, and these people laughing. And that's one of the Taliban. That's one of them Afghanistan people right here. No, people, it's bullshit. The whole thing is fakery. It kind of look like it have one of them dumb and dumber haircut. It is garbage, people. 100%. It's all fakers in the crowd. 100%.
From the Taliban, we're still flooding.
Look at them. This one on a cell phone. Pay attention.
Afghans, residents, and those fearing reprisals from the Taliban were still flooding the area Monday, desperately trying to find a way out of the country.
Look at them people. They're laughing. Bam! Don't fuck with the mag bit of truth when I do video. I never fucking miss. This shit is fucking hoax. And of course he in the orange clothing. But take a look at them. They're laughing at the dumb people. Right there. Are you being entertained? I already told you what they're doing. Nothing is real on TV. Nothing. The whole thing is a fucking operation for the dumb folks. There you go. And look, he laughing.
A U.S. official says troops...
Look at these people. Some running. And it's just a joke. They got busted right here on this bit of truth. There they go again. They're laughing. Look at these fuckers in the mask and take a look at the kid. That's another white kid again. Where is these people come from in Afghanistan, people? You're dumb as a rock. Pay attention right here. It is a hoax. Got a Gucci bag right there with the G on. Take a look at this right here. Some white people dressed up. And the dumb masses don't get it. There's no chaos. It is a hoax. The dude right here prove it. No chaos in Afghanistan. Don't fucking put no bad comment on my video. Move.
Taken over the airport had to fire their guns in the air to
bullshit.
keep
It's
people
just
off
a
the
hoax.
tarmac and the planes
Just
flying.
a hoax, people. And take a look at this.
To get tens of thousands
Look
of
at this. They're coming in. Look at this. It's just a show for the dumb folks. You just say you pull them out of there and now you're bringing them back. But UK military, it is trash.
Afghans worked for the government out. The U.S. alone is expanding its troop presence here to over 6,000 soldiers.
6,000 is according. So now you got more troops than you take out. And the chaos still going on. With the little bit of man with one gun. Each one of them have a gun. Those are the people you're scared of? Take note, America. They're scared of those people because they have guns.
To secure the evacuations,
wow,
allies,
look at them. It's just a show.
the UK and Australia are
just a show.
Suit. Meanwhile, on the streets,
look,
there's a
permit on the vehicle right there to show you what they're about. And I told you they use that on the Citgo gas station right here in America. Pay attention. It is bullshit.
Heavy presence of Taliban fighters rolling in seas.
These look like fighters to you. Only dumb people buy these shits. Once they tie up with all these shits on their head, it is Taliban. Are you scared? Move your dumb ass out of here. This bullshit. Look at this right here. Look at this. They're collecting civilians' weapons. I don't see they hold nobody up. Or you mean you're collecting civilians' weapons? They got the same fucking weapons as you. Why would you bring in yours to them? It's bullshit.
The items are no longer needed for their personal protection.
Take a look at this right here. Look again, it's just a show. You see him holding up the devil horns like Bin Laden. Everybody that you see ever fucking talk on a show. And any one of these fucking world stage use that same finger point right there. Marcus Garvey, all of them. There you go, you see it? Peace has come. You see the sign?
They say, and they're projecting a message of restraint.
Look.
The Taliban leader told Reuters that his fighters are under strict orders not to do anything to scare civilians. The group has said all women are under strict orders not to do anything to scare civilians.
Fake fucking
the group
guns.
has said all women will need to wear a hijab, partial head covering, but they'll be allowed to work.
Look at them. Yes, you don't want a woman to walk unless they got on head covering and you're surfing on the phone. What you're watching, TikTok, and got on a watch and everything. Get the fuck out of here. This all bullshit for the masses. Look at him how he dressed up. Got on a fake hair and everything. And also got on the fatigue suit. The fatigue fucking gear that the Western produce. And he got it on. Yes, and they want to kill everybody who involved in the Western. It's bullshit.
On Sunday, the Taliban also said there would be a general amnesty for government workers and Afghans who collaborated.
Look at them. They're all on phones, people. Wow, dumb on.
With U.S. and allied forces after reports last week that Afghan troops that had surrendered were being
You got
executed.
a Benz right there too. Yeah, where you get a mic from?
This
Pay
video,
attention.
they say, is of interviews with Kabul residents. This man is saying everything is good. Still, the government worker told Reuters.
Government worker, because he's not an Afghanistan man again right here, people. They just use them to run mind
That he
games
was
on
hiding
you.
in his friend's house, and that he feared a return to the policies the Taliban had when they last held power 20 years ago.
Wow, they used to hold power 20 years ago. What a dumb shit.
Have seized back power nearly 2 decades after 9/11, taking over the capital of Kabul. The Afghan president has fled the country, and U.S. troops have taken control.
You hear that, people? The Afghan president, he already flee the country. The one that America put in is just a show for the dumb masses.
The city's airport, where thousands of Afghans are also desperate to leave the country.
Same
Military
again.
helicopters are evacuating American citizens and embassy personnel, as well as particularly vulnerable Afghan nationals. Senior correspondent Ian Pannell has the latest.
Yes, and they show you a smoke right there, because that's all you go get, and tell you that chaos is going on right there in Kabul. It is bullshit.
Kabul.
This morning, mayhem in Kabul. This crowd rushing to the airport.
Same fucking footage every minute. Wow.
The airport now overrun. Desperate, chaotic scenes as massive crowds surge onto the tarmac, desperate to get out of the country.
Look at this shit right here. Even in the plane, people, they got cameras to give you the footage on the news. ABC, do you believe it? Hawks on. Look at this shit.
And the US desperately trying to evacuate thousands of Americans living in
Let's see what they got. Is that the COVID shit right there on the wall? Okay.
Afghanistan and Afghans who supported the US mission of those trying to escape.
Look at them people. They all fake. 100%. And they're laughing. This one is definitely laughing under the damn mask. And look at this one face. They're desperate to get out. Look at them. They're faking the masks. And none of them from Afghanistan. Just a show.
An American family who were visiting relatives in Afghanistan.
See?
And this morning,
just a bullshit, people. As you could see them dressed up right there in all diamonds, Freemasonry, and take a look at the face. You better wake up their face.
They're trying to protect my kids and my mom. I have my senior mom here. Both of my daughters.
Why? Why would you bring your senior mom and both of your daughters to Afghanistan? For what? In a war zone? Get the fuck out of here. What you want there?
And we're just going through a disaster here.
The Afghan president also among those fleeing as the militants moved in, saying he wanted to save Kabul from bloodshed.
Wow.
This footage from Al Jazeera
Take a look at this fake shit right here, people. And I told you, nobody angle no real gun like that. It's plastic. Go back, watch, I'm gonna show you. Pay attention.
This footage
watch
from Al Jazeera.
look, that's a plastic gun right here. Fucking fake shit for the people who got no brain. Wake your ass up.
Allegedly showing Taliban fighters inside the presidential palace.
Take a look at this. And they have a clock post up. Let's see what it is. What's on it.
Taliban fighters inside.
They have a clock post up right there. Look like they got it on the cording. But pay attention.
Walking the hallways.
See? Clicking on phones, people. These are the people that you're scared of. Look at this one right there. He have his phone taking a picture. This one doing the same thing. What the fuck is going on? The same bullshit they give you in the so-called U.S. capital. People in there taking photos and everything, and they tell you it's real.
During the restoration of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. Near the U.S. Embassy, Chinook helicopters seen flying in and out, part of the massive evacuation of Americans. The embassy doors now shuttered. The American flag taken down. 1,000 additional soldiers now rerouted to Kabul in the wake of this chaotic turn of events. In less than 3 months, the Taliban capturing control of nearly every major district outside Kabul.
You hear that, people? In 3 months, that's when the so-called Joe Biden pull out the troops out of Afghanistan, and then all of a sudden you see everywhere in red. That's where the so-called Taliban take over. The Taliban is that big. Where was them when the U.S. troop was there? They was laying in the weeds. Wow, they're this much. They can take over all this. Get out of here, people. It's just a show. What I don't tell you.
And Ian Pannell joins me live now from Kabul with more
not
on
live.
this. Ian, what are you seeing there?
Again.
Yeah, well, Diane, we've been out onto the streets this morning. I have to say there are 2 stories in Kabul. One is the streets outside. Yesterday they were totally dead. Today we've seen traffic. We've seen pedestrians, people out on the...
They're full of shit, people. And like I say, don't follow the news. They'll bring you nothing but fakery. And it's Afghanistan, people. You believe that the news coming from there is real? Get the fuck out of here. Don't believe nothing that they bring. I'm gone.